Good morning, Bananimators. Today, I'm just going to do a simple perspective game that kind of helps me get warmed up. And it's a little bit more fun than boxes if you've been doing a lot of boxes, but something that you can do when you're just sitting at the breakfast table. All you gotta do is draw a squiggly line, and it can be whatever shape you feel, just blah, 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 whatever. And then you want to give yourself a little vanishing point, boop, 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 boop. And we're just going to turn this into a ribbony thing like this and figure out where all these edges would head if they were in perspective. And then we can think, okay, if this is coming down here like this, we want this line down here to be parallel to that line. And then this one here, that, and we try and keep all of our lengths about the same. Now, if you're thinking about a ribbon, when it's facing you, the ribbon is quite wide, but then when you turn it, the ribbon shrinks. It doesn't really shrink, but it'll like start to fold over on itself, but it's narrower as you get that twist. So that's the type of thing we're thinking of. And by just drawing yourself a squiggly line, it just gives you something interesting to draw. Right? Now, if you want to do something a little bit more challenging, I just put all this on the gray level, didn't I? I sure did. Boop, boop, boop. And if you want something more challenging, all you got to do is give yourself 2 vanishing points and use the extremes. Oh, that's going to be behind my head. I'll put one over here and one over here. Okay. So instead of having my horizon line straight, I'm having it on an angle. And then, you can write your name or just do some sort of weird squiggly thing like this. And now we have 2 vanishing points at which to decide where everything goes. That one's going to be behind and like that. And so now we have another vanishing point over here. So we're going to give our little thing a thickness. And we don't have to have it consistently thick the whole time, but we do need it to be consistently in perspective. Okay, so by giving yourself these little landmarks, boop, you can figure out the thickness of this thing. Now, this is a great exercise regardless of what department you want to work in. If you're working in the background department and you need to draw, Santa's sleigh in the background, then you might need some little filigrees and like interesting stuff in shapes like this. And so having the ability to just draw abstract shapes is really good there. For characters, characters are very flexible and bend and stuff. Just drawing a hand is a really complex shape to be trying to move around in space. So even just abstract stuff like this. Looks like the number 5 was not intentional, but here we are. Happy 5 birthday. Yeah. Let's see. So back here, we want to go back this way. So this is my little quick tip for perspective today. I'm going to try and do some shorter videos just because starting a new job makes me tired. Whenever you're doing something new, whether it's trying to learn Blender, which I have been doing, just the grease pencil. I'm not trying to be a 3D person. Let's not go crazy. But I've put a couple hours into it and I'm still really haven't made much headway, and that's okay. Learning takes time, whether it's perspective or you're trying to learn the new software or you're just starting a new job and you're just getting the lay of the land, getting used to all the people there. You gotta give yourself a little bit of grace, a little bit of time. Maybe I'll watch some Bob Ross and learn to be peaceful and calm. There. So there's a little thing. And like I said, you can draw your initials, like this, and then think about how you could do like a graffiti. Graffiti artists do really beautiful perspective work. And a lot of it, they do it more intuitively. It's still really impressive the way it looks. It's really fun. It's really pretty. And you can write your crush. Just like you did when you were a kid in your notebook. And your teachers would yell at you for drawing in class. And you draw a little heart. All right. So that's it. That's my little warm-up for this morning. I'm going to do this for another few minutes, but I'm not going to go on and on like I usually do and drone about it. Just set yourself up some little perspective grid here. Just like draw some abstract shapes. Don't be super concerned about getting every line clean. Like, this is just our rough. Like, you can see how rough this is. We can also just take a little analysis. So if this is our ground plane and this is our perpendicular, let me see, perpendicular would be like that. Then we could think about, we could put a little grid here and see, actually, this is not above this. If we look at it from the top, the square is over here, and then this part of the filigree is over here. Like, it's not vertically lined up, but I mean, I wasn't aiming for that. I didn't think about where that was, but now I could take this abstract shape and say, okay, I've gotten revision on it. Maybe I actually need to make it so that we have our little maboober here, right? And it's got a square base, and it goes up like this, and then it loops around this way, boo. Right? It's a little bit softer than that. So now I need to redraw it from a different angle. So now maybe my vanishing point is there. I have to redraw my squiggle. Excellent way to practice your perspective on something that you're not going to feel super emotionally invested in. Like if you're drawing your like latest, coolest character, or if you're doing a background for something that you feel is really important, you might feel a lot of anxiety about getting everything right, but just drawing squiggles and playing around like this is gonna give you the freedom to kind of play and just get more comfortable playing with perspective and moving things around without getting really sad when it looks bad. So that's it, little quick one today. Gonna try and do some quick ones for the next little while because I'm starting my new job. My brain is just liquid. It's just a liquid. So thanks for dropping by. Like, share, subscribe, all those things internet people ask you to do, and I will see you in the next video.